Hello and welcome to day 2 of our special report from AERO Friedrichshafen in Germany. Now yesterday we looked at some of the heavyweight aircraft. Today we're looking at lighter weight aircraft. We've come to the biggest of the lot for those, Flight Design. That's their home show, and as you'd expect they've got a heck of a lot to talk about. Like this, the first European appearance of the all-metal MC, which was first seen last year at Oshkosh, will go on sale in about 3 or 4 months' time. Or this, the 600 kilo CTLS, which only got a permit to fly a couple of months back. To this, the just revealed CT Supralight just sneaks into the European ultralight category. It's 279.5 kilos with a glass cockpit and a ballistic recovery parachute. It's basically the classic CTSW body married to the new CTLS wings. To this, Flight Design's new prototype hybrid engine. So Rotax has an electric motor on it to give an extra boost of power just when you need it, and know how it feels.
What we have done basically here is we have combined a well-known, established and proven reliable combustion engine and added this up with an electric drive that can add additional 40 horsepower of boost power to this engine. It is coupled in directly here with a poly-V belt drive into the propeller shaft so that the energy from the electric motor goes directly where we need it to the propeller, which is a constant speed propeller, to provide us with the additional safety features that we have. The electric drive is controlled by an off-the-shelf controller that is known from hybrid vehicles, for example. And this controller is able to make the regulation of the motor itself when it's giving boost power. And as soon as the boost power is no more needed, it controls the recharging of the batteries that are normally positioned then in the wings.
So how much power can this provide and for how long? 40 horsepower for how long?
The basic engine has 115 horsepower, and then the additional 40 horsepower we can use in the design point for 5 minutes maximum, which is by far enough for the takeoff and the initial climb to the safe altitude where it is mostly intended to be used.
So it can inject 40 horsepower into the powertrain. How long does that last?
That power of 40 horsepower we can provide with the batteries for a design point maximum of 5 minutes.
When do you hope to have one of these actually flying?
Yeah, that's an interesting question that depends from manufacturers. Of course, the first factor is do we get any surprises during the testing of this proof of concept? How do we set up the later serial production, the marketing of this thing? What do we need for this? And very important for the aircrafts where we aim at, how does the regulatory environment develop for this? If everything runs smooth and fine, there is a realistic chance within 2 to 3 years to get this to serial market.
To the marketplace.
To the market, but on the basis of all these preconditions,
yes,
which we have not to all direct influence.
So, we're joined by an old friend on Loop 2V, the CEO of Flight Design, Matthias Pech. Now Matthias, you surprised us all today with the introduction of the Supralight. How about you tell us a little bit about this?
Yeah, I mean, we still recognize that the microlight market will go for a couple of years. So if we at one side have a concentration of the ELA and the LSA market for the future, but for sure we don't want to lose our foot in the microlight world. The microlights have gone heavier and heavier, and you have class cockpits, equipments, everything inside. That's the one side, and the other side they have been puristic and very light. We thought we should find a very light aircraft which has everything inside. And with that we created the Supralight from middle of the last year on. It's an airplane which is a combination out of the CTLS wings with the new wingtips and the new construction of the wing itself. And it's the proven CTSW fuselage. And inside we have a Dynon 180 as an engine and EFIS system. We have Garmin GPS, Mode S transponder radio, and including the rescue system, it weighs only 279.5 kilos. That means if you, for example, for the UK would take out the rescue system, you still could be in the microlight rules even for the UK.
How are you looking at price on this?
The price is like a CTSW with a similar equipment. So, and also, I mean, the CTLS is about 3,000 euros or 2,900 euros more than a CTSW with the same equipment. For sure, if you have only analog gauges, it's a cheaper airplane than when you have it with a D180 glass cockpit.
Now, last time you were on Luke TV was at Oshkosh last year. You surprised us there with the MC, the metal concept. It's the first chance for a lot of Europeans to see it at this show.
Yes, that's
How are things
correct.
Developing there?
We have been a little bit in delay because on one side we have to make a Supralight. On the second side we made the permit to fly with a CTLS, so that takes a little bit out of our capacity. And the weather has not been very good to us over the winter. So we are in about 3-4 months delayed to the original plans, but that's the aircraft which will get the final certification. So from Oshkosh this year on, we will deliver the MCs.
Thank you very much, Matthias.
Thank
It's
you
a pleasure
very much.
as always to see you again.
Thank you.